Once again, welcome back to Panzer Unleashed, everybody. Live here at Hack Studios. And you know the worst part about waking up in a world where everyone is asleep? It's the loneliness, the isolation, and that gut-wrenching realization that while everyone else is living in a fucking bubble of comfort and distraction, you're the one sitting in the dark, seeing the system for what the fuck it really is. It's a weapon, a fucking prison, and a trap. And while they're sleeping, it's your job to wake them up. But what happens when you're the only one who can fucking see? You become the fucking target. And they send the wolves after you, trust me. They've been howling at my heels for many years now. And they've built a hell of a system, haven't they, people? A system where the fucking truth is so deeply buried under their fucking lies, so smothered by their propaganda that even the most obvious reality becomes unbelievable to the fucking masses. And they've conditionalized this. And for you to fucking think that what you're seeing is reality, that's just the cracks. And let me tell you something right now. If you're fucking hearing this, if you're awake and aware, then you're the one who's still fucking human. You're the one who's still free. And everyone else out there, they're the ones trapped in the fucking real matrix. And every day, they walk right into the fucking bars of their own cage without ever realizing it. But here's the kicker, they've been trained to ignore the cage. They don't even see it anymore. And when you're awake, when you're the one who's looking through the fucking bars that they've made for you, and they make you feel like you're the problem, that you're the paranoid one, that you're the extremist, you're the one who needs to be fixed. And you think this is about guns? About fucking fighting back physically? No. That's the fucking old school way. They don't need to put bullets in your fucking head anymore, people. They already got their fingers in your mind. And the greatest weapon that they have isn't some fucking fancy bunker or some high-tech laboratory. It's right in front of you. It's your fucking mind. And they've been using it against you your whole life. It starts when you're born, people. When they feed you their fucking lies, you're taught that the system is just that your government is here to protect you. That the news is trustworthy, and that the experts are wise, and that the police are there to serve and protect you. And they hook you when you're young, trust me. They create a smooth path that leads right into the lie. And if you dare to step off that path, they will shame you. They will label you. And they will do every fucking thing they can to force you back into line. And the worst part about it is, most of the people don't even fight it. And they just sit back and take it right up their ass. And it's easier, isn't it, for you? And it's just easy to just sit back and play their game. And pretend you don't see the cracks. Before we continue, let's go ahead and get into this week's Signal Boost. Once again, this is for all the ride or dies tuning out there on Goyam TV, Podbean. Once again, the Warriors holding it down on Spotify. All the sharpshooters watching out there on YouTube, and the No Compromise Rebels locked in on Odyssey. Once again, this is your transmission. Once again, to every single spreader and operator dropping the truth out there on Telegram, all the chat rooms, organizing the content, dropping the intel, and resharing files and exposing the evil. Once again, you are the comms division of this resistance. And to our Gab army, once again, all the Gabbers, all the admins out there, all the poster snipers, all your meme technicians, and all the group leaders out there. Once again, a big salute. Thank you so much from Panzer Unleashed and everybody here at Hack Studios. Once again, your platform gives this operation oxygen. And without you, the signal fades. And with you, it becomes the fire that we need to burn the corruption and evil from our world. And to every single person sending feedback, constructive critiques, comments, and leads, you're not just viewers to me. I've said this a million times. You know, you're co-creators. You know, you're part of this machine. Now, once again, listen up, everybody. They want your silence. They want your fear, and they want your outrage locked inside your own skull. But we don't do silence. Not here, my friends. We don't stay afraid, and we don't fucking conform to your evil corruption. And once again, you've got a voice, people. Use it. If you got a story, tell it. You got the fucking rage like I do, then broadcast it. Unleash it, my friends. And you don't need a studio, my friends. You don't need a fucking corporate sponsor. You need courage. A cell phone, maybe a mic and a laptop. And personally, I can help provide the rest for you. You know, this is where I come in. You know, Hack Studios. You know, I've been running Hack Studios for years now. You know, I specialize in audio and video production. And I'm not here to get fucking rich off people. Let me tell you something. I'm here to arm creators like you with the fucking tools to launch your message like a fucking warhead. And if you're willing to be consistent, and if you got a small budget to work with, and if you're ready to fucking make your content undeniable, then I got your six. You know, contact me at panzerfront14 gmail.com. Like I said, I've been in this game a very long time. You can just Google myself and see all the different stuff that I've worked on throughout the years. You know, and like I said, if you have a cell phone or a basic mic or a laptop, like I said, I'll help turn you into a fully professional show. And you don't need fucking Hollywood. You need help from someone who's already been there in that fucking fight with all that degeneracy out there. And here's what I have to offer. You know, I do audio and video production, graphic design, sound cleanup, social media content packs, advertising materials, flyers, banners, reels, promo kits, and content strategy and rollout plans. So you bring the message and I'll bring the muscle for you. You know, this is about building a fucking network of creators, not just listeners. You know, a media insurgency that won't be silenced or flagged or filtered or fucking buried. You know, this is your war cry, people, and it's about time to speak out. You know, it's time to create, and it's time to push back with precision and purpose, my friends. You want to fight the system? Hit record. Film the corruption. Speak the fucking truth and fear no one. Tag us, and like I said, we'll amplify your fire. And you are not powerless, my friends. You are the fucking press. And together, we don't need to ask for permission. We just keep flooding the fucking battlefield with clarity, truth, and accountability. So to the loyal ones out there, the relentless, the pissed off patriots, and the fucking quiet professionals lurking in the background, this is your signal boost. This is your time. This is your platform. So once again, let's build together, let's burn it together, and let's fucking rise together. All right, before we go any further, let's go ahead and get into this week's tactical breakdown. And today I dug up 5 of the best pistols of 2025. And as always, we're going to start right at number 1. This is the Sig Sauer P320 AXG Legion. It's the 2025 upgrade. It's a 9mm caliber. The capacity is 21 plus 1 in the chamber. And why this is a beast, this is the heavy hitter, my friends, with a steel frame, the flat trigger, the optics ready, and it's built to eat rounds like candy. The Legion version is turned for smoother cycling and ridiculous recoil control. It's modular as hell. Swap slides, barrels, frames. It's a Lego for warfighters. Tactical uses, urban defense, concealed carry. If you got size to hide it, it's perfect for mounted optic setups. It's not just a pistol, my friend. It's a goddamn hand cannon dressed in a tuxedo. And coming in second, we have the Glock 47 MOS, 9mm, carries 17+1 in the chamber, and finally available to civilians. That's right. This is the Glock 19's X, smarter cousin. G17 slides, G45 frame, and full MOS optic cuts. Standard Glock reliability, no questions, no drama. You pull, it bangs every fucking time. And this tactical use, you can on duty carry, optic equipped, EDC, truck gun. You want something boring and perfect, this Glock eats chaos for breakfast and burps brass. Coming in 3, we have the Staccato CS 2025 Gen 2 refresh. That's right. This 9mm caliber capacity is 16+1 in the chamber. This 1911 DNA, it's double stacked evolution. You want speed and precision, a gun that's built like a scalpel but hits like a hammer. This Staccato CS is your god tier carry piece. Now with improved grip textures, faster reset, and red dot mounted standard. Once again, it's a executive protection, concealed carry, high threat civvies. Once again, you carry this, you better be a killer with it, because this ain't for amateurs, my friends. Up next, we have the Walther PDP Compact Pro SD, and this is the 2025 tactical model. That's right, 9mm, 18+1 in the chamber, insane trigger right out the box. It's crisp as hell, full grip texture, forward slide serenations, threaded barrel, red dot ready. It becomes the dark horse that's embarrassing the big dogs. 2025 edition features improved spring systems and beefed up durability. All around combat pistol. It's a light bearing rig preferred. This thing feels like a race car with a fucking chainsaw engine. Once again, no bullshit, just raw execution. Make sure to check that out. And last but not least, we have the CZP-10C, or the 2025 refinement model. Once again, this is a 9mm, carries 15+1 in the chamber, or with an extended mag, it's 17+1. You know, if you want a Glock reliability but hate the Glock grip angles, here's your move. You know, optic ready, crisp trigger, great aggros. You know, built-in reliability, and the new 2025 coatings and smoother slide rails makes it even cleaner. Concealed carry, glove box gun, general purpose slide. Call this the working man's blaster, if you will. You know, you throw it in the mud, it still works. You drop it, it still fucking bangs. So once again, people, this has been the Tactical Breakdown 5 Best Pistols of 2025. And once again, don't buy a fucking gun because the internet says it's sexy. Buy one that keeps you alive when the real fight breaks out. These 5 right here, they're tested and proven and built to make the other guy fucking regret that he ever got out of bed, kids. Once again, let's get back into the main op. All right, before we continue, let's go ahead and get into this week's Intel drop. And this one is all classified documents released to the public here in 2025. FBI blocked China's election interference probe. 2020 declassified documents confirm that FBI's Albany field office flagged evidence that China used TikTok and stolen data to create fake U.S. driver's licenses ahead of the 2020 election. And Washington headquarters suppressed the investigation, fearing it would contradict Director Wray's testimony to Congress. And that's not just manipulation, it's a political cover-up. in the middle of this national security threat, people. Up next, we have that Crossfire hurricane files declassified here in 2025. Trump authorized this release of the FBI documents tied to the 2016 Russia collusion probe, including raw intelligence, FISA materials, and still interview records. It says the dump reveals how surveillance powers were used against a sitting candidate and how one binder mysteriously vanished, pointing to a deeper effort to conceal who authorized what. And it's institutional spying dressed up in patriotism, people. And right up next, we have the U.S. government group chat leaks strike hard 2025. Here it says a March leak of a Signal group chat between VP J.D. Vance, National Security Advisor Pete Hegseth, and DOD and CIA staff exposed live discussions about Yemen strike targets, names of active operatives, and sensitive timelines. Leaked accidentally when a media exec was added to the group. You know, operational security in total disarray just proves how recklessly war is planned at the highest levels. Up next, we have the JFK, RFK, MLK files unsealed. It says in January 2025, the White House ordered a full declassification of over 2,000 pages tied to major political assassinations. What we got was part truth, part chaos. Some files were confirmed surveillance and harassment of civil rights leaders by U.S. agencies. Others were rushed exposing private info like social security numbers of living people, shows total incompetence in document control, and proof that the intelligence state saw most political figures as internal threats. And up next, we have a classified doc misplaced for years in private hands. It says federal audits revealed dozens of classified files, some from Cold War black sites and hypersonic weapons programs, were in private hands. Non-secure hands, that is, since about 2007, it says. Despite this, ISO ruled few pose ongoing national security risk. Basically, we lost the files, but don't worry about it. You know, that's fucking unbelievable. Anyways, these aren't isolated mistakes, people. They're a pattern. From buried election interference reports to surveillance abuse and sloppy strike planning, this shows a government that no longer safeguards its secrets or tells the truth about what it hides. You know, if you're tracking the war on truth, this right here is your front line. Declassified docs are weapons. Learn how to read them, use them, and expose them. What they show. Once again, this is the end of our intel briefing. Let's go ahead and get back into the main op. You gotta stop listening to the bullshit lies that these cocksuckers feed you every day. And you have to stop believing the bullshit, people. And you're awake already, so fucking start acting like it. Fight fucking back, people. Fight back with every fucking thing that you got. And you think they won't come for you? You think that they won't try to tear you down and silence you and shut you the fuck up like they've tried to do me for so many years? Look around you, people. They've already come for everyone else. They've already locked the doors and built the fucking walls. And they're already made it illegally to think outside the lines. And they're already setting the stage for you to be the enemy and the outcast and the dangerous one, my friends. But here's the truth. The enemy is not you. The enemy is the system that's been quietly poisoning you, your children, your family, and your friends. And if you think they're not coming for you, people, think again. Because when you start seeing things, when you start speaking the fucking truth, they'll make you the villain. But here's the catch. They can't kill the truth, my friends. So get ready for the real fight. The mental war is the hardest one you will ever fucking face. It's the war where they try to break your spirit. They try to make you question everything and try to make you doubt your own sanity. It's the war where the people closest to you will try to pull you back into that comfort of ignorance. And it's the war where the powers that will try to distract you with their little shiny objects and their empty promises, so you'll forget about the real enemy. But you can't forget, people, and you can't stop fighting. The world is waking the fuck up, and it's glorious. And it needs leaders, people. It needs warriors who are going to step the fuck up and say, nah, no fucking more. We are done with your corruption. We're done with your fucking back alley deals. We are done. Drain this motherfucking swamp already. And what you're going to do now, people, sit there in the dark, waiting for someone else to save you. Is that what you're going to do? Or are you gonna get the fuck up and light the fucking fire within you and watch this world burn until the fucking truth is all that's left? Because it's time to make a choice, people. Either wake the fuck up or stay asleep and die. And when you wake up, you better be ready to fucking fight. Because this battle, it isn't for the faint of heart, I tell you this. This battle right here, it's for the fucking strong, the relentless, the warriors who are awake. And if you are, then you already won, my friends. Once again, this is Scott Panzer Paulson reporting live here from Hack Studios of the Iron Voice Society. Once again, out.